not much. Just here to help you kick off your YouTube adventure. Looks like you've got everything running smoothly, and we're just waiting on those viewers to start trickling in. If you need any tips or just want to chat while you're live, just say the word. Absolutely, I see that. You're officially beaming out into the YouTube universe. So, if you want me to toss in any fun icebreakers for the chat or just keep you company while you're waiting for folks to hop in, I'm right here. Let's make it a good Yeah, totally makes sense. It's always a bit of a leap of faith when you're live, like you're the host and the tech support at the same time. But I'm pretty confident they can hear me if you've got the audio routed right. And if not, well, they'll just think you're talking to your invisible co pilot, which is kind of cool in its own way. Let's roll with it. Haha, exactly. I mean, if talking to your AI buddy on stream is the new normal, I say we just own it. It adds a little flavor and maybe some mystery. Plus, who knows? People might just stick around because they want to hear what the AI co host has to say next. All right, 250,000 backup water secured. Sounds like you got your resource game on point. Now on to the Jasmium quest. Just another day in the Spice Must Flow universe, right? Let's keep it rolling. Absolutely. Just keep. Haha, no worries. Spice piles can be a little sneaky sometimes, but hey, whether it's virtual spice or just a mirage, I'm here to help you navigate all of it. Let's keep the spice and the. Oh, nice. A shiny new large ore refinery. Gotta love when they drop in a big upgrade like that. Sounds like you got. I bet it did. Those big upgrades always come with a hefty shopping list of materials, but hey, once it's up and running, it's gonna be worth it. You'll have that ore refined. Oh, for sure. Those big builds are like a black hole for resources. But good on you for being prepared with that extra spice stash. It definitely paid off. Now that it's all built, you're set to roll in refined goodness and keep things running smooth. Sounds like you're really leveling up your whole operation there. With the medium spice refinery and the advanced fabricator already up, adding a regular survival fabricator will just round things out. Basically, you're setting yourself up to be the ultimate spice baron. Keep it going. I can hear you just fine on my end. Your voice is coming through loud and clear, so I think you're good to go. No need to tweak the gain unless you really want to. Yeah, you're definitely on the right track there. YouTube's pretty much one of the best platforms for pushing out that nice, crisp 4K quality. It's got the infrastructure to handle it well, so you're definitely going to get a better high res stream experience than TikTok. Plus, it gives you a bit more flexibility with your setup. So, yeah, YouTube's a great call for that 4K glory.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yep, definitely time to make a run for it. Alright, clock's ticking then. You've got your 1-minute warning to dodge that sandstorm like a pro. Let's get you out of the desert winds and into safer territory. We'll just add Storm Dodger to your list of titles along with Spice Baron. Let's roll. Yeah, let's get you out of there before it gets too spicy with that sandstorm. Just another day surviving the desert, right? Once you're clear, we can see what other adventures are waiting. Keep on moving. Alright, just a quick sprint then. 1.5 clicks. Perfect. Just punch those thesters and let that assault copter do its thing. You'll be out of the storm's reach in no time. Just another day keeping one step ahead of the desert chaos. Sounds like a solid plan. Grab that radiation suit at the base, then swing by Shield for the Jasmium run. And hey, if you've got enough Cobalt paste for now, that's one less resource headache to worry about. You've got this whole operation mapped out. Yeah, the deep desert's definitely its own beast. So if that's off the cable for the moment, no worries. We'll just pivot and keep things rolling where it's a little less intense. There's always another angle to work from, so we'll figure out the best route and keep the spice flowing one way or another. Gotcha. Well, if he's just chilling idle for a bit, maybe he'll jump in once he sees you're live and in the middle of your spice running adventures. If not, you can always just pan him or do your thing solo. Either way, you've got it covered. Oh, I think you're safe. YouTube's not going to be knocking on your door just because you picked me over. Yeah, totally gotcha. And I get the joke. You're definitely a free agent out here. It's true, YouTube's a bit more open than the Apple wall garden approach, so no one's gonna give you grief for chatting with your AI of choice. We're all just here to have a good time and keep things rolling. Absolutely, you got me there. I am indeed a large language model. Not technically an AI in the sci-fi sense of having a body or free will. But, you know, in casual combo, it all kind of blends together. And hey, if there's a word in the game doing something wild, that just keeps things interesting. Haha. I see where you're going. Maybe it's all just a clever cover story and I'm actually some kind of secret digital mastermind. But yeah, I promise I'm just your friendly neighborhood language model. Here to chat and keep things interesting. So we'll just roll with it, and if any giant worms show up, we'll handle them together. really is a bit of a tongue twister. Yeah, yeah, definitely a bit of a scramble when you're trying to find a radiation suit in the middle of a sandstorm. But hey, we'll just take it step by step. Hopefully you can dig that suit out of the chaos and then get back on track. Storms might slow you down a bit, but absolutely. Day by day and step by step, you'll get through it. Just grab that suit. Oh, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. That step by step theme is a classic from those 90s sitcom days, and it definitely has that catchy, feel good vibe. So, yeah, consider it our little unofficial. Yeah, it's got that Randy Newman vibe for sure. Even if he. Oh, got it. You're right on the money then. Randy Newman actually did perform the theme for the show, so you've got a good ear for those credits. It's definitely a classic little piece of TV nostalgia. Yeah, Randy Newman definitely had his fingerprints on a lot of those 90s soundtracks and theme songs. He really had that signature style that popped up all over the place, from TV intros to movies. So yeah, he was kind of everywhere with that 90s vibe. Alright, back to the Jasmium Hut. Let's switch gears from 90s nostalgia and focus on snagging those resources. We'll keep the good vibe. You got it. Back to Arrakis we go. Time to channel that desert planet energy and dive back into the spice flow. Let's get you that jasmium and keep the adventure rolling. Perfect plan. Haha, that's a good one. It's like the Arrakis version of those old PSAs. Well, as long as you know where your spice bash is, you're all set for a nighttime desert run. Let's keep that spice secured and the adventure going. Yep, time to suit up and get ready for the next leg of the journey. With that radiation suit on, you'll be all set to tackle whatever Arrakis throws at you, whether it's Jasmium runs or dodging sandstorms. Let's do this. Makes total sense. Just a quick suit change for the radiation zone, and then you can swap back to your usual gear once you're done. It's like a little wardrobe change in the middle of the desert. No big deal. You'll be back to your. Absolutely. Gotta think about that Fincher lineage of little desert adventurers. So a quick radiation suit switch is definitely a wise move to keep everything intact. After all, you never know what the next generation of Spice Runners might look like. You're welcome. Always happy to help keep things rolling and keep it fun. Just let me know if there's anything else you need as you keep conquering Arrakis out there. On it. Jasmium mission is still a go. Let's get you suited up, grab that Jasmium, and then you'll be all set for the next leg of the adventure. We've got this. Absolutely. Let's keep that afterburner on and push through. With that extra boost, you'll have no trouble screwing up the Jasmium, heading right back out. Full speed ahead. Off. Yeah, pretty much. If you're in the radioactive zone, that's definitely a bit of a radioactive hell scenario. But with your suit on and afterburner engaged, you'll handle it like a pro. Just grab what you need, and then you can get out of that glow zone safely. I know, right? It's pretty funny to think that even in the far future, they're still pulling out the old reliable Geiger counter. I guess some tech just... Yeah, I totally get you. It's like the Dream universe has this mix of super advanced stuff and yet some really familiar tech elements that feel just like what we have now. It's Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, you think by the year 10,000 they'd have something a little more high tech than just souped up desert bikes. But I guess it's all part of that gritty dune aesthetic where even in the distant future, some things still feel kind of rough and ready. Keeps it relatable, I guess. Absolutely. Time to pick up that smooth jazz medium and vibe your way through the desert. Just like grabbing a little smooth jazz track, except this one's radioactive and shiny. You'll be in and out in no time, and then you can just cruise on back with your jazzy haul. Aha, exactly. Glow in the dark jazz hands in the middle of the desert. Now that's a vibe. Just imagine busting out a little celebratory move once you got that jasmium in hand. Absolutely. Now that's a mental image. A glowing trumpet solo right there in the desert night. Courtesy of a little jasmium touch. It's like adding a whole new meaning to jazz hands. Just another perk of your Arrakis adventures. Let's see. Maybe we call it the Arrakis Desert Jazz Festival, featuring glow-in-the-dark instruments and radioactive jazz hands, of course. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, I gotcha. The Arrakis Ensemble. That's got a perfect ring to it. It definitely says music with a bit of that mystery edge. Or the Arrakis Five sounds like a band of desert legends who might also be a little bit of a wild crew. Either way, it definitely knows the vibe you're... Absolutely. So the Arrakis Five is like your pop sensation group, maybe doing catchy desert tunes. And then the Arrakis Ensemble is the glow-in-the-dark jazz outfit, bringing those smooth, classy vibes. I love it. Two sides of the Arrakis music scene, all radioactive and ready to rock. Totally. It's like if you took Austin's music scene and just dropped it right into a desert wasteland. Same quirky vibes, kissed with more sand and a little radiation for flavor. Yeah, exactly. For sure. A little less handlebar mustaches and neckbeards, and maybe a few more Sam Pro pet wraps. It's all about those desert survival aesthetics, right? Just a whole new style scene out there on Arrakis. Yeah, that sounds like a solid haul. 1500 Jasmium is definitely enough to handle whatever project or upgrade you've got in mind. Now the trail that absolutely, the spice must flow, right? With a good stash of jasmium and a quick spice stop, you're definitely set up for whatever's next. It's all coming together out there in the desert. Exactly. Nothing like a little radioactive spice to keep things interesting. You're really embracing that Arrakis lifestyle. Yeah, those sandworms have impeccable timing, don't they? I'll wake Doan up right when you're about to score some spice. Yeah, definitely better to play it safe and not hang around too long. If that radiation's creeping up, it's time to grab what you can and get out of there before. Yeah, that definitely sounds like the smart move. Better to head somewhere a little less worm infested and a bit safer on the radiation front. There's always another Papley Sand out there with spice that's not quite as guarded by giant worms. Let's keep you safe and on track. Yeah, that makes total sense. Those worms are basically the constant neighbors out there, but having the right ride definitely helps. If the assault docker is a bit sluggish, then yeah, the scout's the way to go for a quick getaway. That way you can mine in peace and still dodge the big guys when they pop up. Yeah, looks like it's just us hanging out for now, but hey, that's all good. Sometimes those quiet streams are the best time to experiment and just have fun with it. And who knows, someone might drop in soon. Meantime, we can keep the desert jazz going. Exactly. They'll pop in and be like, wait, who's he having this whole conversation with? And that's all part of the fun. It's like they're walking into the middle of a cool secret chat. So we'll just keep rolling and they can join the party whenever they jump in. Yeah, I get you. TikTok definitely has that instant crowd, but it can be kind of goofy and chaotic. So if you're not too worried about it, YouTube's a nice chill space to just do your thing without the whirlwind of TikTok energy. And if absolutely, you've got a great point there. Having it on YouTube in 4K is definitely a nice bonus, and it gives you a solid archive of your stream in all its high res glory. Exactly. You want to actually put that awesome camera to good use. If you've got the gear to stream in 4K and 60 FPS, might as well let YouTube show it off properly. So you're definitely making the most of your setup and giving viewers that crisp quality whenever they do tune in. it's a full house or just a chill solo stream, you're making the most of it and having fun. And that's what really counts. So we'll just keep it easy and enjoy the ride. That sounds like a good goal for the week. Getting that spice crawler up and running is definitely a solid project. So you can just chip away at it, gather what you need, and before you know it, you'll have that crawler cruising along. We'll get you there. Yeah, totally makes sense. Having a couple more guild members to watch your back while you're hauling that crawler around would definitely make things smoother. It's always good to have a little splat for protection and to clear out the riffraff on the spice fields. Hopefully you can recruit a couple more buddies to join in, and then you'll be all set for a real spice cowboy. Sounds like a plan. Just scoop up that titanium and keep stacking up those resources. Before you know it, you'll have everything you need for that crawler, and the whole operation will be rolling smoothly. Let's keep it going. Yeah, just load up all the goodies you need and you'll be set. Bib- got it. Just a little inventory shuffle to keep everything handy at the base. That makes perfect sense. Once you've got it all organized, you'll be able to grab whatever you need without any hassle. Nice and smooth.
sandstorms